You get me?
No,
Let's not sit here and play the fearful card.
No, listen. This is how it is.
Bro, if a babe got pregnant right now,
or rather, when you have sex with someone and you have sex with someone raw, don't tell me anything about chance. If there was pregnancy, it was pregnancy because obviously you had sex with someone raw. I'm really holding myself back.
I want you to be dramatic. I'm triggering you, bro.
I'm really holding myself.
I need you to take a deep breath, sit down, clench your butt cheeks, yeah, and absorb whatever I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, go on. Shoot. That's it for
Oh my God.
You're triggered.
I'm triggered.
We on.
Encourage. Bro, we should be able to gas each other.
Blacked out hour.
Take it away, brother.
And we are live. Welcome to Blacked Out Podcast.
Welcome,
guys.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's a fantastic day for me, to be honest. The weather is really great, beautiful outside. Almost about 21 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah, 21, and the sun was out.
Yeah,
playing.
Quite strange for a typical autumn season. Is we respect the wind, the rain, and the cold. Yeah. Quite depressing, but today it's being quite a chill, nice day to be around.
Today the weather. Yes, the sun came out kissing. The sun came out to play.
Yeah.
So good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. Welcome.
Yeah.
To this week's Monday episode.
Yeah, in overall, a fantastic day here in Hastings. I hope you guys are having a great day as well.
Yeah.
Midweek, as we are currently. Well, there you go. But you know what today is? You know what time it is? It's the Monday Sauce. Today we're talking about topics segueing from the last conversation. By now I'm sure you have gone through our conversation, which was really a bomb, like a big boom.
Yes.
Talking about end of life, talking about euthanasia, and that just more like death at the end. Today we're going to have a little segue from it.
Yep.
And we're talking about death in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's abortion. No, we all know what abortion means.
Yes.
I don't think we need to go straight forward to explain what it is, pretty much.
Yeah.
If you look at me and look at you obviously probably have had one done before, so
you don't have to go jabbing everyone.
No, I'm not jabbing. This is me. I'm not Georgian, okay?
Yeah.
I just want to be at the same page, right? You know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So I know you know I know. So let's just now
we don't
take that off.
We don't have to describe it.
Absolutely. So we'll get
no
to
need for description.
Go on the conversation pretty much as is. And it's going to be a quite interesting one, but we'll try to make it as short as possible.
Yep.
But in the meantime, if you are still there with us, follow us on our social media platforms.
Yes.
It's Blacked Out Podcast. On Instagram, on TikTok, please follow us. Home base, YouTube, please like, share, subscribe.
Yes. So you can find us on X as well at Blacked Out PC. That's BLACKD out. And then on Facebook, you can find us on Blacked Out. Okay. Engage us.
Really nice.
You like it?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's pina colada.
What are you having?
It's a chaser.
What are you having?
Mine is laced with Malibu, bro. You're the sober one of the two of us.
I'm always sober.
And I put some syrup in it, so it'll be gentle on my tummy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's lovely. Cheers from wherever you are.
Cheers.
Whether you're drinking tea, water, coffee, milk.
Whatever it is. Or spittle, whatever.
Whichever you like. Cheers.
Anyways, now let's crack on with the conversation.
Yeah.
I like to always start from the basis, right? Now, I imagine everyone else, I've heard what abortion means.
Yep.
Actually, I might be wrong, to be honest. Maybe everyone knows, or rather I've heard the word abortion, but not most likely everyone knowing exactly what it means and what it entails.
Yeah.
In your own understanding, put us in check on what it is.
don't put me in line, bro. I'm from the medical field, so of course my description will be kind of aligned to what we normally do. So it's the termination of a fetus in utero.
Yeah, very quite
So,
direct.
yeah, that is in layman is the killing of a fetus while it's still in the uterus.
Still in uterus.
Yes.
And that can be done by two means, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yes.
Medically, by popping some medications and stuff, and you're flushing
Yep.
some stuff.
Yep.
And surgically, what that would imagine would be for fetuses which are quite more advanced, say
Yeah.
for instance in the 20 weeks or above or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, poking some stuff in and some forceps and breaking and tapping or whatever,
Yeah.
dragging stuff. Yeah, surgical means as well. Are you okay?
No, the thought the other day, yeah. You know, the US, they've always have this debate about abortion, whether they should legalize it or keep it illegal. You get me? So there are so many states that have legalized it, and there are people. There is this division between the people who are pro and anti. Okay,
Yeah.
and you come across memes of people, memes and reels of people who are anti. Okay, so there was this individual who was like asking them if there's a way to scientifically know how know if a fetus is able to feel pain.
I think I've come across that video. It was like quite a very, well, I would say understanding man, but quite aged.
Yes,
Was
a
giving the
knowledgeable.
analysis.
Yes, he was a knowledgeable guy who was trying to kind of like give this analysis of if we are able to quantify that
Yeah.
a fetus is able to feel pain.
Yeah.
You get me? And
Yeah.
he was very vivid in the description of how they terminate the life of a fetus beyond 21 weeks.
Yeah, keep it 100. Like, holy shit. Right. So I've got a medical background.
Yeah.
I know how this works.
Yeah.
I've done embryology, part of my foundational years in school.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse professional, obviously know that. This is how it is, right? When the egg and the sperm mix right together, they form a zygote, don't they? And
Yeah.
then obviously it starts to split
Yeah.
into
Cells.
becomes that the zygote, and
Dizygote
from
and
2 to
then-
4,
yeah.
from to 8, from 8 to 16, and just begins to like
Continuous.
exponentially
Yeah.
until it becomes like a real fetus.
Yes.
Now this is it. Part of the developmental stage involves, building the basic structures that it needs to survive independently, and that will obviously be the heart, the brain, the spinal cord, every part of it, the abdominal organs and viscera, the legs and all the stuff, all comes in as boats for that fetus.
Yep.
At exactly 5 weeks, you should hear a heartbeat,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And that is also part of the development. I would expect that by 6, usually the textbooks will differ. They say between 3 weeks to 6 weeks, the neurological function of the fetus is intact.
Yes. Because
Right.
they're able to have like minimal motor functions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So they're intact. So which means they've got motor functions and
Yeah.
sensory functions.
Yeah.
Motor functions, obviously, moving the hands and limbs and
Movements.
blah blah. All
Yeah.
the gross motion and fine motions as where.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the sensory functions will be the ability to feel pain, pressure,
hear.
temperature,
Yes.
hair, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So which means by, let's say, later 6 weeks, a fetus should be able to feel pain. Okay, you might be able to have medications to flush out a fetus or a zygote at the very earliest. They say post pre 20, not 20 is too much pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's say pre 4 weeks, 3 months of conception. I think anything past 6 weeks is probably going to be surgical means of termination. And you know what that means. I don't really want to go into details how that is done. It's really gross,
Yeah.
quite graphic as well, but it's terrible. That's like a scope of what exactly abortion is. Termination of pregnancy in utero before whatever has happened.
Yeah.
But today we're going to have a conversation around this and also talk about sex education as it relates to this topic. But I don't really want us to like go into the legislations around abortion, because quite frankly, there's been like so many debates. But then that will be us dwelling on the international space. But let us bring it back home to Africa.
Yep.
So this is what I know. So far, you are Kenyan, I'm Nigerian. I don't know much about most African states, but I would imagine by default that there are no abortion laws. I mean, there are abortions laws, but there are no laws that are pro-abortion.
Yep.
In the African space.
Yep.
So let's have this conversation based on, but let's strict the conversation on this scenario.
Yes, on our backgrounds.
Yeah, background, because you did mention about US having back and forth, but that's then really, if I have to go there, it becomes like a different conversation
completely
altogether.
Yeah, it's there's a very, very extensive gray area.
Yeah.
Because are you pro-life or are you pro-life on the other hand? Okay, because now abortion definitely comes with its complications. Okay, so who on the other hand becomes responsible when these complications do happen? Whose finger will you point towards? You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the mother's decision, yes, to terminate the pregnancy. Okay, but then if any complications happen, do we don all these responsibilities on her? You get me? So there's so many, if you look at it holistically, there's so many things you need to like clear before now you come and sit down and tell us now these are the laws that govern abortion. You get me? But by the time we get there, oh my God, I don't think it's even this century. We won't get there in this century.
It's so much to consider, talking about both the cultural, religious, ethical, and even moral implications to deletion of pregnancy, as it were.
Yeah.
But you personally, have you ever been involved in anything that is or somewhat look like abortion? If not, what is your personal thoughts, personal feelings around this topic?
So, first things first, I'm pro, what do they call it?
Pro-life?
I'm pro-life. You get me? But pro-life doesn't mean I take away the choice. That, yeah, I'm pro-life, yeah? You get me? But at the same time, I don't want to take all the choice away from the woman to make that decision from her own, because it's her own body. You get me? She understands her own situation. But if it were up to me, I'd choose the child, of course. You get me? I'll still be empathetic to this small fetus that doesn't have a choice. You understand? I have been, bro. Let's not lie to each other. Let's not lie to each other. It's more, as I just told you before, it's more common than we think it is. It's there, even in Africa, even with all that cultural restrictions, religious restrictions. It's still there. It's still rampant. It rubs on our faces every single day. You get me? Cytotec is one of the most easily movable drugs in the black market to date.
So like, what do you personally feel about abortion?
I'll let you make your choice. You get me? I am not the vessel that's carrying. I am not the womb. I am not the vessel that carries the womb. You get me? I'll let you make your choice.
So you are pro-choice then?
Yes.
Not pro-life?
But I am pro-choice.
Well, you can be both.
No, I am. Exactly. There is a gray area. You understand? If it were up to me, if I was in their shoes, I'd be pro-life.
No, so this is how it. Whatever response you give in, it should be your own opinion, and there are no fences here. Because take for instance, if you are the one making a rule about something, say whatever thing you think about right now becomes a standard for a certain community or wherever of Africa and becomes a law, for instance, where will you be? Are you pro-choice or you are pro-life?
As I told you before, if it's someone else, if they're making the choice.
Now, I'm not asking someone, I'm asking you.
I'm pro-life. You get me? But at the same time, let's not, no. It's a gray area.
No, listen, you're not getting me. Like, really, you're answering this question by self and by third person. I'm not. It's not a. You are the only one that's living in this whole world. Like, this is just you alone. What do you think? Forget about whoever works with someone else.
Okay.
But for you,
When people are making legislations, they don't make legislations for themselves. So if I'm making this rule, I'm not making the rule for myself. I need to be empathetic as well. I need to understand the plight of other people. Because I'm not only representing myself. That's being selfish.
well, the thing is, there is almost never occasions where laws are made by unanimous suggestions.
I understand.
Like, for instance, like, everyone's like, oh, pro-life, and it's not pro-life. This comes in democracy, wasn't it? Like, you have someone who is pro this and anti that, and they put a ballot, and who majority carries the vote. That's how laws come, pretty much. So the point there is every single person didn't put his hand or her hand on that ballot box have an opinion that is most likely contrary to someone else's opinion.
Exactly. Now, but let's not be hypocritical as men seated here and think we have that knowledge and understanding of someone who is going through those phases of pregnancies.
To be honest, there is no right or wrong. If you decide to be pro-choice, I think that's fantastic.
No, I'm pro-life, to be honest. But if you were pro-choice, I wouldn't judge you. You understand?
If I was what we are talking about, isn't it?
If I was a lady and I have a womb, and God forbid I'm pregnant, I'd be pro-life. I'd keep it. But that doesn't mean...
Now, I'm not asking someone else.
Fuck it.
Let me base
Listen
to
to my
yourself.
opinion. Listen to my opinion. That doesn't mean if someone is pro-choice that I'd judge them. No, I wouldn't. It is not this distinctive. You want to create is this distinctive line that this side is black and this is white. No, it's not. And that's how the world looks at it. You get me? It's not. Completely. You understand? It is all based on individual choice. So yes, we can say it's pro-choice, but if it were up to me, I'm pro-life. Any day, any time. I'm guided by my morals. I'm guided by my standards. I'm guided by my ethics. You get me? But that doesn't take away the situation or circumstance of a certain individual. You understand? Because the one thing that makes this debate back and forth, like a push and pull, everyone is pushing and pulling, is because there's no standard situation to judge this situation from. There's no standard. You get me? Pregnancy does not dictate. You might be 54 with 7 kids and you'll be pregnant with health issues. So if you terminate your pregnancy, okay, what does that make you? You understand? And you might be 18 in school, pregnant as well.
Okay.
You understand? The main reason why this debate is a back and forth, no one has ever come to a conclusion is because there's no standard circumstance that we can all sit down and say, now this is the standard circumstance that we will judge this situation with and make these rules on. Every individual situation is unique. Every struggle is unique. So there's no equilibrium. There's no equality in this. You get me?
Yeah.
So if someone is pro-choice, let them be. If someone is pro-life, let them be.
I feel like you're preaching pretty much. Give me 100.
It's probably the liquor. You know,
Yeah, I think
Jesus,
so.
Jesus used to drink wine. Bacardi.
I feel like you're preaching.
Yeah.
Well, I think we drove. Okay, so it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bringing up this topic for us to talk about on the basis of have a proper debate on what is right or wrong. To be honest, I'm not in the point or position to tell you what is right or wrong.
Yeah.
But I think I owe myself at least the responsibility to be able to give my opinion about things.
Yep.
And I walk it like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be in two places. That would be hypocritical. That would be pretentious of me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if I tell you A is definitely A. If I tell you It's just basic law of logic.
Okay, stop circumnavigating the shit we've already talked about. Okay, are you
Right.
pro-life? Are you pro-choice?
No, hang on. I will answer the question just like coming to you backwards first.
Yeah.
Because one way to think about this, to look at this, is the emotional part of it, which is certainly what you are highly dwelling into. But if it was logic, I mean, you make absolute no sense.
No.
Hang on, no offense.
Okay.
You make no sense, no offense.
Yeah, I'll land.
Because
I'll land.
logic, it's simple. Like the laws of logic is simple. A is A. A can be B. It's just simple. And if A is equals to B, for instance, that means, and B is equals to C, which means A is equals to C. It's like, this is a straight line. Either way, it's like you can easily correlate. So, which means that if A is A, you can't be A and B at the same time. For instance, this mic, right, mic or whatever, let me use this mic.
Yeah.
This is a mic, right?
Yeah.
It cannot be anything else. It's a mic. So I can't say this is a mic, but it can be at the same time a camera. Fuck that. Like, that's not logical. You are not being logical, no offense. I think you have the opportunity, everyone has the opportunity to stand on an opinion and guard yourself around that opinion. Now, these things are moral questions, which means you cannot be absolutely right. At the same time, you can't be absolutely wrong. It's just about what makes sense more at that time. That's how I say it. So for me, I'm definitely pro-life. I have not always had a strong ground on the issue of abortion until I think. So this is a very quick personal story about me. I'm AS by genotype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which means obviously I have the trait
Yes, to get
a child who is sickle cell.
Yeah.
So which means at the same time, when I choose my sexual partners,
Yeah.
You're very keen on
what exactly,
the blood group.
especially someone who I would want to like have a child with.
Yes.
Yep.
I must be keen exactly. Okay, you must be compatible with me in that regard because
Yeah.
I need to be. I'll be damned if I
Detrimental.
like have a child who is
Sickle cell.
I'll be damned pretty
Yep.
much.
Yep.
So I had never thought about, okay, is there a chance or an opportunity, not opportunity, is there a chance or a situation where I could consider aborting a baby? I sort of like place the scenario. So what could it be? A child with chromosomal deficiencies or whatever,
Yeah.
possibly. Or could it be, a wanted pregnancy? Well, I'm 16, she's 16. I don't know. But actually, all these different scenarios came and waved away like it was nothing, pretty much. They still left me at the same. No opinion about abortion. Until I had one that really hit me really deeply. So I am AS, obviously.
Yeah.
And I had an experience someone with who was AS, quite close.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, if a pregnancy actually came out from this encounter, now, as at that point, obviously pregnant, there's no way to know if this child is, or rather this fetus rather, is having the genotype
Yep.
that is quite, something that will be a problem in the future. Until at least the child is, the fetus, is around 13 weeks
13
or 14
weeks,
weeks
yeah.
at least, thereabout.
Yeah.
So which means I am not permitted to actually
Make a choice
make
then.
a baby
Yeah.
with someone who's got the same genotype with me naturally
Yeah.
to be safe. Okay, if that's the case, so if it happened, for instance, do I, by reason of this, abort this baby? It's probably going to be the best choice to make because you don't want to like leave things to chance and then the baby or rather fetus is about 13 weeks and it's like, let's see how it goes, and then obviously it's coming out and if sickle cell, you most likely won't see the symptoms like the baby or is like grow like 6, 7 years. So you don't like want to leave that like, okay, that becomes a problem or something.
then
That'll be fucked up, isn't it? So
Yep.
I'd rather never even consider having a child and having one who is sickle cell.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. It's damning. Like it's really, really damning.
Yeah.
So I thought myself, okay, if for instance there was pregnancy, I am not in a position to leave it by chance, or rather to chance. So can I really abort this baby because of this? For the very first time, I got hit. Personally, I went cold for 2 weeks. Personally, I'm not capping here now. Like honestly, that was my first like experience exactly how I felt about abortion. because I was more like you in between places. Obviously, friends call me and they seek for advice. What do they want to do? What can they do? Blah blah. My girlfriend just got pregnant and I've got a baby. What do you say? Like pretty much we have the conversations around. There's sometimes of good sleep. We give them the advice of what to do and stuff. But when it came home,
And it came to you now.
yeah,
To
when
make
it
the
came
choice.
home, like this is glaring on me. I couldn't make a choice, man. I mean, I couldn't make a choice to proceed to abort a baby. Now, this is an imaginary baby, not even something that is handful, which probably might be confounding, like with the story I'm having now. But I think it's the same. I am definitely pro life. I don't think I've seen myself in any situation where I have to abort the baby. But this is highly like my moral standing to it. I couldn't do it.
Now,
Keep it 100.
you've told me I'm not logical. Where do you place circumstances? Where do you place
How do
the
you mean?
situation?
How do you mean?
Right now, okay? You live at an X place in X town, okay? Undergoing X experience. Where do you quantify that? Is that emotional or is it logical? Because that's facts, right?
I mean,
It's on the table.
if I'm bringing this down to the question I asked you, is your simple pretty much. What is your personal opinion about this?
Yeah.
Are you this or that? And you're like,
No.
you can be both.
No. Take
Which
a
is-
step back. I'm using your words against you now.
Yeah, sure. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So where do you place circumstances? Because
What
there's
do you
logic.
mean?
There's logic. Those are in the mind. Logic is in your head. Emotions are in your head as well. You get me? But circumstances are reality. Where you live in
No.
as per now.
Logic is what makes sense to everything. This is a tree. It is a tree. It can't be anything else. That's logic.
Perfect. Good.
I am a man.
So where?
I'm a man. I'm a man. That's logic. If
Good.
you're not coming emotionally, you are a man. But I feel like a woman. That's emotions.
Emotions, yes,
That's
I
not
get
logic.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
But where do you place circumstances? Are circumstances logical or are circumstances emotional?
When you say that's the problem I'm having. Like you can't just like dump circumstance with me. Be exact. Is that what you mean? Like
Okay. I am 16 years old. I'm a babe. Hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 16 years old. I'm in high school. I still live with my parents. It's 2 years to my final exam, and I'm pregnant. What's emotional in all that?
Well, emotion is going to be how you feel about it. But if you are
There's
someone,
nothing. I've
wait.
not classified anything
Hang on.
about how
Well,
I feel about it.
Well, the decision you're going to make is going to make it, either you are born emotional about it or not. Someone like me, I'm 16, I've got a baby, blah, blah, whatever it is. I can't take care of this baby. But at the same time, I am pro-life. By default, I'm going to live by what I believe in. I'm pro-life. I'm going to keep that baby. Is it going to be fun? No. It's going to be really, really something that's going to retard me back to wherever it is. Probably, yes. But by the fact that I believe in this, I stick to it. Even when it hurts. That's been logical. Not me. If I come in and, for instance, I say I'm pro-life and at the same time I am aborting babies, I'm being pretentious. That's hypocrisy, really.
Good. Now, the main reason I asked you that question is because in the U.S. legislation, as much as they try to at the same time, when they are pro-choice, pro-life fight them, and the arguments are valid. When they are pro-life, pro-choice fight them, and the arguments are valid.
Yeah.
Because in both situations, we're juggling with life.
Yeah.
We're not only juggling with a woman's life, we're juggling with a baby's life. Okay? And there is no written literature and there is no natural rules that dictates which one is above the other.
Exactly. And I agree with you. Like when I started,
You
I
get
say
me?
there's no
Yes.
right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. Now, so when you say I'm hypocritical with me being swaying from right and left, mine is completely circumstantial. Because a 54-year-old pregnant, and that pregnancy might lead to her death, that's me juggling with two lives. You get me? And that is completely circumstantial. You understand? And I'm not being a hypocrite saying I might be pro the 54-year-old.
I hear you.
You get me?
Translation, pro-choice. It's simple. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
And at
translation,
the same time,
pro-choice.
at the same time, if she says, "Let me die," but the fetus lives because I've already lived my life.
Choice. So translation, pro-choice, and that is
okay,
fine.
now define pro-life, because pro-life and pro-choice, this is how the layman understands it. Okay, a layman understands pro-life is life of the fetus.
Yeah.
Pro-choice is life of the mother.
Actually, it's not exactly.
Good. Now,
So when you say pro-life,
Yeah.
against all odds, the fetus comes first. That life. But when you say pro-choice, you are giving the choice to the mother to make. Do I keep this baby or not? That is
Okay,
pro-choice.
now
that can now be circumstantial.
good. Let's flip the script.
Okay.
Okay, let's flip the script. We are both from the medical field, right? Whose life do we prioritize?
But it depends on.
Hey,
No, wait,
It does
hang on.
not depend on shit. Okay, we've been brought a critical. We've been brought a critical care pregnant woman. Okay, a critical patient who's pregnant. Whose life do we prioritize? Whose life do we prioritize? No, tell it to the camera. In
So-
fact, look at that camera.
No, wait. No, actually, I'm really holding myself back.
I want you to be dramatic. I'm triggering
seriously,
you, bro.
I'm really holding myself back because man, you sound quite retarded. No offense.
No.
Wait, hang on. I'm coming. You've asked me a question.
okay.
You sound quite retarded.
Throw it my way,
to be
throw it
honest.
my way.
With everything you're saying right now.
Uh-huh.
Now, when I'm working in a hospital
Yeah.
and I bring a baby or whatever stuff, I don't work in a hospital in the capacity of my own personal beliefs or philosophies. I work in work based on the protocols of the hospital. So it's quite retarded to have you to ask me that question because no, wait, hang on. Now listen, hang on. I am never going to be practiced based on my own philosophical beliefs. That's not how it works. It is exactly what happens around the hospital, the protocols around, and obviously as it influences the current place and work, for instance, here in England. But speaking of which, it has no bearing to this conversation because this conversation is talking about personal beliefs here. Now, this is how it is. Like, I'm asking, are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Yeah.
And you are not even anywhere. You are between like this or that, which is where I find it quite, I don't know exactly. It's either you are this or that. So, whatever your responses are, I think that's okay. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. And like I said again, the fact that I am pro-life doesn't mean that I'm right. Doesn't mean that I'm wrong. These are moral issues, and it depends obviously on how you see it. But at least have a belief of something. If you are pro-choice, I think that's fantastic. Like you said, it can be circumstantial. Give the mother, the opportunity to make a choice. Is that what is best for her? Keeping the baby or obviously taking the baby away.
Stop contradicting
It's okay.
yourself. Stop contradicting yourself. Okay? You've said I give the mother the choice. And I've asked you a simple question, yeah? You work in the medical field, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, and you're the one who makes that choice, right? This woman has been brought to you, critical care patient, okay? The fact that she has a fetus in utero compromises how you're going to like save her life, right? Okay? Whose life do you choose? So
wait. I can confound your questions in so many ways.
okay, answer them.
Now
We have
I think,
time.
Wait, listen. I think
We just started this conversation.
Wait.
Oh,
I think I know it's all gone, isn't it?
Fuck it, yeah.
I think this probably would have been the right question. Okay. I'm married and my wife is in that situation, in which case I have the right to make an opinion. All right. A pregnant woman, I'm a healthcare provider. It's not my business. That is her life. It's not about me. Listen, okay. It's like, for instance, I am Jehovah's Witness. I'm not supposed to accept
At the beginning,
blood.
at the
Wait, hang
beginning
on.
of this conversation, yeah, you asked me to fit the shoes of a legislator, right? Someone who makes rules in consideration of the wider population, right? So if I'm making rules in consideration of the wider population, am I being empathetic or am I making these rules based on my own personal beliefs?
Well, if you're making rules for people, obviously you have to be empathetic.
Exactly.
But then, hang on. Listen. This is where I have the problem. This is where I have the problem because you're not really following.
Yeah.
You're making a decision based on obviously considering people and making obviously the best decision that covers everyone, but it doesn't reflect your beliefs. Now, I was asking about your belief.
And as I told you, my belief is completely, bro. If I was
Okay, let's move forward.
if I was no.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
If I was a lady, who was pregnant, yeah, if I had the capacity to carry that pregnancy, I'd sit here, yeah, and be bewildered and make that choice. But I'm not. You get me?
Let's move forward.
Okay.
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward. Oh my God.
You're triggered.
Shit. I'm triggered. No, I'm not the one who's triggered. You're the one who's triggered.
I like, okay, for this question, usually we go back and forth in debates like this, and it's all noise and stuff.
Yeah.
We
Make a lot of noise.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's quite interesting. But let's move on with the conversation. Now, this is another aspect to abortion. Speaking about Africa, where we come from, as obviously represent as well.
Yeah.
We know at the moment it is against the law to abort a child, and however, there are circumstances involved where that can be allowed when it obviously is medically indicated or something like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's illegal. However, the fact that something is illegal doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. That is why, obviously, there are crimes.
I told you,
and
Cytotec is
and
one
blah,
of
blah
the
stuff.
Easiest moving drug on the black market.
Exactly. But now that's where the problem is, because of the way these things are not regulated, and obviously, even though they were, as it were, many persons who are faced with these troubling situations like early pregnancy or pregnancy due to circumstances like incest or rape, or just for the sake that they don't want to carry a baby,
Adultery.
Exactly. Well,
Lots
of it. Lots of it. Yeah, lots of it. Yeah. The key to this conversation really is they take laws to their hands, and instead of, so I'm talking about safe abortion here. Okay, most abortion that happens in Africa is really unsafe. And personally, I have recorded lots of deaths that came because of abortion, which is quite unfortunate. You know, a brightly living young lady, beautiful and stuff, and just lost her baby, lost her life as well in the situation of abortion. Reason because she probably attempted it herself, got bled out and stuff, and died, or went to one quack or something who obviously did all the shenanigans and pretty much ended the lady's life. That is the problem facing Africa. Like when we talk about abortion, it's probably what should come first, because right now we know where we are, based in Africa. It's not allowed, right? But obviously it happens, I would imagine, more than it happens anywhere else.
Yes.
The question is, how do you get to pad this situation in a way that, okay, before I even go there, do you personally think that it was right for that law to restrict abortion among people based on what is happening currently, the safe abortions and stuff going on?
It's hypocritical. Very hypocritical. I'm not even going to lie. Because you know what? In Kenya, there's chain of hospitals. They're called Murray Stops. Murray Stops, they legally do abortions.
In Kenyan soil?
Yes.
So how is that?
Murray Stops, like you go there, you pay.
Yeah, but I definitely knew that in Kenya there is abortion is illegal.
It's illegal, yes.
So
but
why?
in Murray Stops, shigide.
Because you use the word it's legal, which means they have government approval.
People have it done.
No, hang on, listen.
Okay.
I don't want you to tarnish any establishment or any whatever institution.
Take your tablet. Take the tablet. Okay? Take the tablet.
Yeah.
Okay? I want you to go to Google Murray Stops, Nairobi. Okay?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's fine.
No, let me do it because I'm not tarnishing anyone's name. It's facts. Okay? Murray Stops. Yeah? Murray Stops. Okay? Services offered at Murray Stops. Okay? Maternity services, obstetrian/gynecological services, pharmacy services, pregnancy crisis management.
But that can be a lot of things.
Pregnancy crisis management.
No, that can be a lot of things.
However, they use that to shadow.
You know what? See,
This is what they do.
wait, hang
Bruh.
on. Wait, hang on. I
Yeah.
don't want to get sued for any reason. Hang on. Listen, hang on. There's a reason why they didn't brazenly use the word abortion in that place.
They even
Now, it's possible these things happen. Yes, we know, probably, but you shouldn't. Yeah, probably.
No. I need to find it. Hey, continue with
No,
what you're saying.
you should get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, if it is not in their motto,
You're trying to walk in this safe space. You're trying to walk in this gray area. No, it's not. It's not a gray area. Let's not sit here and pretend. You get me?
no,
Let's
wait.
Let's not sit here and play the fearful card.
No, listen. This is how it is.
Bro, if a babe got pregnant right now,
Wait.
Okay.
You've said something all the time, like
Yeah.
Oliver. But I get you. Keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
Are you trying to call them out right now?
No,
if
I'm
that's
not.
the case, then do it.
I am not calling them out.
Then exactly.
But
Then
this is what I'm
you
doing.
can't-
Listen, this is what I'm doing. Okay, there is legislation on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are people who know that there is legislation on it.
Yeah.
And trust me, 100% of the people who do whatever they do at Murray Stops know there's legislation. Okay? There is law. Written. Stipulated. In black and white.
No, it sounds like you're calling them out, honestly.
No, I'm not calling them out.
Which it's fine. I mean, if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Trust me, I'm not.
Well,
it is not, it is not about it is not about you.
Well, apparently, you've mentioned names, and that is what I'm trying to avoid. Because if you're not calling them out, you shouldn't mention. You may tell me there's a place. Yes, that's fine. You may know. Everyone else in the whole world might know. But the fact that you're calling a name on it is
There
probably
is a phrase. You know slang. You know you have slang. You have pidgin in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are phrases that are related to some type of things. Like when I say blue band, it is not margarine, but it's blue band.
Okay. In that
Okay.
case, that's pretty much.
Now you understand what I mean.
Because, I get you.
There's a slang. Now there's the slang of safe abortion is Murray Stops.
Oh, okay. Yeah, again, I thought it was like an establishment or institution.
It's an institution.
Tell you what, you're confusing me actually.
There's an institution called okay. Let's use your trail X. I won't name the name. Okay.
Yeah.
There's an institution called X, and unfortunately, that name X, because of what we know happens there, there's something that the general population knows, right? Okay, and the government does this. They put a blind eye to it. You get me? The government does that. The population knows X. Okay. That X has happened so much that people have a slang with that X name to mean that illegal shit that's happening at X.
I say.
Okay.
So you're not literally saying this is this hospital, for instance, or
No,
institution.
no.
You're just being figurative about it.
Yes.
Okay.
You
Just
get
for
me?
disclaimer there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I am doing X. So if a baby is pregnant, they say we are Murray Stopsing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we are.
I see. Yeah, a figurative representation.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You get me? It's
Yeah,
like
cool.
blue band and margarine.
Yeah, cool.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that is where the hypocrisy of our legislation comes in. They know it happens. These guys are not blind, bro. I worked in an obstetric gynae, my first placement post-college. I worked in an obs gynae ward, Kenyatta Hospital, Ward 1D. Bro, let's not sit down, let's not sit here and pretend it's not as rampant as we think it is. It is a pandemic, bro.
I mean, it's the reason why we're having a conversation.
It is a fucking pandemic. Trust me, if we sit down and do analytical data of how many abortions happen in the US where it's legal, or here where it's legal, compared to back home.
Yeah, I get you. Yes,
where there is proper
probably more.
legislation on it.
It's probably more back home.
There we go.
Yeah, that is where the problem, and this is why we're actually having this conversation. And it was also the reason why I said, do you think it is wrong leaving it in the hands of we are nobody to do abortion, like making it criminal to do abortion, as it applies to Africa. Now, these things happen anyway, right? It happens anyway, and people take laws in their hands and obviously go.
We need the statistics.
Go
I'm a
into
data
the-
person.
No,
Okay,
wait.
Yeah, continue.
So so people do these things anyway. Go the hands of charlatans, for instance, or they do it themselves. Pop some medications over the counter, or for those who are like pretty much later in the pregnancy, go in, do some. I hear they use the hangers.
Yeah, hangers in high
and do
school,
stuff like that. Yeah.
They call it swinging.
So that is where I actually have a problem with.
Yeah.
Now, I am pro-life, no mistaken, right? That's basically my own philosophical beliefs. But when it reflects public health, for instance, I want to think about everyone else and see, okay, what is the safest thing to do? I don't think actually it's helping eventually, because people are doing this anyways, which means it probably might be better if it was legalized. In that sense, build hospitals or clinics where they deal with gynecological problems or situations like this and obstetrics, and they go to more people who are more vast medically and qualified skill-wise to do these operations, and obviously able to cut down or curtail the amount of death, like the amount of post-abortion, whatever sickness and death and problems, complications that come afterwards. That's what I think, because it is the problem now is now abortion has been made illegal, whereas people do it anyways, and then we are now coming to deal with the after. I know a hospital where, by obviously it's a Christian hospital, basically, so by default you expect that they are obviously pro-life, Catholic. By the way, so highly traditional, like nothing orthodox about it. So they don't do abortions, but they accept people who suffer complications of abortion. For instance, I come to you and I'm like, please, can you take this baby away from me? And no, I don't do this. And I go out, do it by one charlatan or being self-inflicted, whatever, and I start bleeding. 2 hours later, I come back to you, start treating me.
What do they call it? There's a procedure they use to sanction.
ERCP?
Yeah?
ERCP?
No, it's not ERCP. There's this procedure.
It's like a washout. An in utero washout.
Dilation and what's that called again?
DN
and evacuation.
Yes.
Yeah.
DNE.
Yeah, DNE.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They call it DNE.
And evacuation.
Yes. Dilation and evacuation. Now, bro, I told you I'm pro-data. I am pro-data, in fact. In 2019, of 1,450,000 registered pregnancies, okay, 551,000 were aborted legally in Kenya. So you're telling me, not legally per se, but documented, like these, they ended in abortions.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
I mean, we are still saying the same thing, really. That it's a pandemic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's happened. Where I see, my take is not about the abortion, because if I wanted to like capitalize on abortion, it would be me like trying to throw shades or judgment on abortion and stuff. Whatever. That's not the point of this conversation.
Yeah.
I know we are discussing abortion, but we're talking about the pandemic this has created and how it would have been better. Like, for instance, I would imagine over this about these 500 whatever abortions that's been done, probably half of it was done on registered but in the hands of charlatans. I could imagine how many complications that would have that must have arose because of that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now, I might sound quite contradictory because I am pro-life personally. If it happened to me, I definitely know what I would do. Yeah, because it's quite simple. Like, I talk it like I walk it. It's simple. But obviously, I'm talking about public safety, public health. All right. I am quite disgusted. Like, I give you a scenario of this hospital who was Christian in nature, dealing with the complications of abortion. Obviously,
but they don't do abortion.
They don't do abortion, and they should have probably have prevented this complication if they had it done by their skill set. Skill set. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, but that's like it's like, who are you lying to? If that makes sense. you're like part of the problem.
Yeah.
So
like I cannot. I have the capacity to prevent the accident, but after the accident, I can take the casualties.
Exactly.
That's stupid,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, no, listen, but that is exactly what happens in Africa. I'm not like throwing shade. That's exactly what's going
stupid.
on.
I'm throwing shade. It's stupid because we're all sitting here, right? We're all sitting here, painting white paint on black,
Yeah.
and pretending there was no black on there.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
I mean, if you ask me, I probably think that the legislation around abortion has created more harm than good.
Bro, this is a third of the pregnancies registered. A third.
Yeah, it's probably So, if we think about it that way, it's probably better if there were no abortion. Well, probably abortion laws, yes, but obviously laws that promote safe abortion.
Yes.
Safe abortion.
Yes.
I think that's the right word.
Yes.
Safe abortion.
Safe, please.
But
there are ways to do it. We don't have. Do you know how many people abortion kills?
yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, it's a
Because
lot.
they hide.
Exactly. I mean, this is beyond popular, judgment on
and
this.
stigmas.
Thank you. Stigmatization.
Yes.
It's beyond the even in the eye of the law.
Yeah.
It's still an L. If you know what I mean. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, but let us continue forward. That's one way to deal with it. If, for instance, yes, abortion laws were like pro-choice rather than pro-life. Pro-life, obviously, that law has not helped anyone. You can see that. Yeah, it happens every day. Yeah, it doesn't. So if it was pro-choice, probably people were more confident to walk into a clinic and have it done in the right way.
Safely.
And obviously
Please,
keep alive. Safely.
And stay alive.
Absolutely.
We don't have to lose all these babes. We don't have to lose all these women trying to practice illegal abortions because they're not safe. Using hangers is not safe.
Yeah.
Using cytotec at home is not safe. The chances of hemorrhage are high. Remember, at that time, the uterus is getting itself ready to house this baby. So there are so many blood vessels, there's so many nutrients, there's so many resources being channeled toward this uterus, which you are tampering with a hanger. Hanging.
Let's take another side to the story.
Yeah.
To this conversation. So yes, abortion. We've been talking about abortion. Yeah, really, and we obviously see where we stand as it relates to public health. But let's say for instance, every single person. I know. Yeah. For instance, every single person is responsible to the actions, which means whatever decision you make, you're able to live by it. Okay. So no abortion. Okay. If you get pregnant for whatever reason, you should live by the consequences of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Pregnancies shouldn't happen by chance. Again, I think I believe that. For any reason,
That, my friend, is how I know you're not a father.
no, wait, hang on, wait. I'm not a dad.
Okay? That, my friend,
Wait.
there is. Let me tell. And it's for fact, bro.
No, it can't be fact.
It is for.
It can't be fact.
It is for.
Hey, I need you to take a deep breath, sit down, clench your butt cheeks, and absorb whatever I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, go on, shoot.
It is for fact, bro. Less than a quarter of pregnancies in the world are planned. Less than a quarter. So I need you to sit there, absorb what I just told you, clench your butt cheeks, and let it sink in. Less than a quarter.
Right.
less than a quarter.
Can I continue now?
Continue.
Okay.
I will wake you up tomorrow
Right.
and tell you again.
Yeah, probably you should do. But it doesn't change anything. That's probably how I believe. But I think definitely that pregnancy shouldn't happen by chance because.
And again,
listen.
than a quarter.
Yeah, you've said it numerous times that I'm sure you heard it. You heard it. So let's continue. I think, I believe it shouldn't happen by chance because everyone should be responsible enough to know where they stand about pregnancy.
Hey.
No, so
The backlash.
You know, well, the thing is, this is me, right? You might see me to be quite an awkward person where I give my opinions, but keep it 1,000. If I want to impregnate a baby, a lady, is a decision I make. If I do not, it's a decision I still make. Really, like we are endowed with every resources and agency to prevent pregnancy. Okay, like every resources and every definite agency.
Oh how
No, wait, hang on. No, wait. Can I just?
Take it away.
I'm triggering you.
No, it's. Shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. mate.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Yeah. So we have every agencies. We have every possible resources in our beck and call to prevent pregnancy. So when you tell me pregnancy is by chance, it doesn't still make sense to me. It's like comment. If that's the reason, if that's the case, then why do we promote family planning?
Bro,
So if that's like a case, why do we promote family planning?
you're so
Now,
naive. It hurts,
I'm really naive, you know.
Bro, do you think people sit down and have that trust? Hey, assume I'm your babe,
Yeah.
okay, and
Yeah.
we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Please, let's have that conversation of how you need to get me pregnant next month.
No, it's simple. Like if you're a girl, for instance, and you don't want to have pregnant, so you don't want to get pregnant, you could not.
No, I want you to initiate that conversation.
It's not a bloody conversation. Like, what do you mean? Like, if I have a girl, if I have a girl right in my room right now, and I want to have sex with the girl, and I don't want pregnancy, why do I want to go raw? I don't need to have a conversation with you. It's simple. If you're a girl that you don't want to have pregnancy, you want to put your life first, and you're obviously sexually active, then why would you bloody hell do things, take precautions not to get pregnant? For instance, taking contraceptives and stuff.
Then why are we having this conversation?
Listen, there are at least 1,000 ways to avoid pregnancy. You can't tell me it's by chance. Like
Then why are we having this conversation in the first place?
yeah, because we have saints like you, no offense again, who are obviously, swimming around, the chance or whatever the choice of being responsible, and at the same time being, cushioned around your responsibility. It doesn't make sense. Like, honestly, it doesn't make sense.
My fucking God.
If you, or rather, when you have sex with someone, and you have sex with someone raw, don't tell me it's anything about chance. If there was pregnancy, it was pregnancy because obviously you had sex with someone raw. If you had sex with someone who was not in a contraceptive, whatever, or let's say for instance, see, in the different stages.
How do you think, bro? You are condescending whatever the basis of this conversation.
Okay,
Did these people who are doing abortions did they want these pregnancies?
They probably does.
Then why are you having this conversation in the first place?
Wait, listen. I really
You're so naive. It hurts, bro.
I really don't understand where you're coming from. Like from this conversation, like when
You just told me
those who are having abortion, that's like a separate conversation, right? Okay, we are talking about, so there's pregnancy already, right? Now it doesn't absolve them the fact that they're probably, most likely, I would imagine as well, they were quite irresponsible, because if you didn't want to get pregnant at the first time, you should have done something about it. But then you're pregnant, now we're here. Okay, if you're pregnant now, okay, that's fine. We don't want you to die by the sake of you doing an abortion by a charlatan or taking self-risk or whatever. Let there be laws that promote at least we get to solve that problem. But it doesn't absolve you the fact that you didn't want to get pregnant, you got pregnant anyways. Because there are so many ways you could prevent that pregnancy. That's the point I'm trying to make.
By me saying that, I don't absorb the responsibility out of these two parties who decided to engage sexual intercourse.
But guess what? It sounds alike.
No, it does not. Hey, it does not. My issue is we are sat here in front of these cameras talking about abortion, and you're the same guy sat there making those utterances about pregnancies. Do you think, bro, 500,000 out of 1.5 million, 500,000?
So where are you driving at? Sorry, I'm
This
trying
is
to
what
follow you. Yeah.
Joke back to what you just said.
Yeah.
Okay? I want you to retrace your words. Okay? I want you to retrace your words to the part where you said, oh, I'm the simp who is trying to... You're trying to pinpoint that pregnancy doesn't happen by chance.
Yeah, that's what I believe in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what you believe in.
Yeah.
I will not take that away from you. Okay, that is your opinion. I will not take it away from you. Okay, but it undermines the decision of these 500,000 people. And you'll sit there, yeah.
Sorry, why do I bloody care about how they feel?
Fuck
No,
these
give me
guys,
1,000.
man.
Like, what do you mean? What? Okay,
So you want to tell me all these guys decided, okay, let me get pregnant and then abort it. Is that what you mean?
but that's not. It's not even part of what we are talking about here.
Exactly.
No, it's not even close. Like, what are you talking about? It's not even close. What do you mean?
You just
by
told me
saying-
pregnancies don't happen by chance, right?
Yeah, it doesn't happen by
So
chance.
you want to tell me these 500,000 people decided in the morning, let me get pregnant, okay? And then a couple of weeks later, I will terminate this pregnancy. Is that what you are trying to tell me?
Now, guess what?
And do you think, as I just told you, according to statistics, less than a quarter of all pregnancies in the world are planned. Do you know that? And do you know why
Okay.
they're planned?
Can
You
I,
need to know the reason why they're planned.
can I comment now?
Come in and then I'll finalize with that.
Yeah, we'll finalize that. We've gone
Yeah.
a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, you are making reference on 500,000 or more people who are engaging in abortion. And you're telling me, or rather, you want me to believe the fact that because, well, I'm being ingenuous, saying that it was planned or what we expected. Now, this is how I see it, yeah, and I'm going to be blunt about this. Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Keep it 1,000,000. Right
Keep it
now.
1,000,000. I'm
Right.
waiting.
Keep it 1,000,000.
Throw the bomb.
Now, I understand, obviously, that there are some in that community, if I have to like group them now, who got pregnant by means probably rape. Obviously, it was not to their hands, or other reasons, I would imagine. But for two people, consensual adults who are having sex and obviously got pregnant, and you knew that you were not ready to have pregnant, obviously it happened. I'm still standing the opinion that pregnancy doesn't happen by chance. You were quite irresponsible. Keep it 1,000. No, you were quite irresponsible because you have at least up to 10 to 20 agencies and means and resources at your beck and call to avoid and prevent pregnancy.
Let me take.
But you didn't, anyways.
Let me take my jacket off.
So what are we talking about? Anyways, tell you what, I think we just probably like round off with this.
There's seatbelts in cars, right?
Sorry?
Every car you know, every car you
Yeah,
sat
there are
in,
seatbelts. Yeah,
there are seatbelts.
Yeah,
How many accidents happen and how many people die?
probably uncountable. So what are you driving on with this?
I'm driving towards your argument about family planning. Okay? Family planning is preventative, as seatbelts are, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay? And how many accidents happen? And how many pregnancies happen? So stop being hypocritical, sitting there and pretending.
Wait. If you use the seatbelt analogy, for instance, there was an accident and then obviously something happened. You flew off over over bullshit and went up and you died.
Okay, how many people died?
Wait,
of the
listen.
accident?
It doesn't really matter if you didn't use your seatbelt, which was obviously there for you to prevent you from dying, and you use it. You're quite irresponsible. Keep it 1,000. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, it's being quite a very
There is reality. There is reality and there is
Wait.
textbook scenarios.
No. This.
Yours is a textbook scenario. That is not what reality entails.
But guess what? I work in the principle of logic, and that's pretty much what it is.
it.
And
Anyway, it's been a
So-
very eventful conversation.
It is,
I have
but-
enjoyed it.
so for
And
the-
we have not even come to a conclusion.
No, yeah, I think we got
And
to
it's
break
been over
this.
an
Yeah,
hour now.
yeah, we've got to break this. I wanted us to talk about sex education with this, but it's not.
Well,
I don't want to prolong it
Nah,
in
nah.
modern days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we don't have a conclusion yet. It's been a very heated conversation. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen your perspective now. I know where you lie.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sad for you.
Well, pretty much. I think you could. I think we've lost power there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
Anyway, we can use that.
So, this is how it is. You've heard us, right? And probably, you guys listen to us, obviously have your opinions about abortion.
Yep.
You could be pro-life or pro-choice. It doesn't really matter. You could be, okay, I have said something really outrageous, like pregnancy doesn't happen by chance. I mean, you're quite triggered, aren't you? But then, that's just
Yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
My personal belief as well, and my philosophy, and you've got yours. Now, whatever you think is right for you, and I
Yep.
think that's the truth and whatever stuff. But amongst all these, this is the main conversation here. many people, many women are dying daily due to safe abortion, and that's where the problem.
Yeah.
That is where the stigma. That is where the pandemic is. We're trying to look at legislations in a way that we have to make it at least women are able, at the same time, confident and bold enough to take precautions and walk boldly to a clinic where at least they can have safer abortion done. That's the whole essence of this conversation. Keeping life as you were, I would imagine. That's what it is. Do you have anything to talk about, to round up?
Do you have condoms?
I have condoms, yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you used a condom?
The last time I had sex.
Of the last 3 people you had sex with, did you use condoms with all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
The last 3 people I did, definitely. Anyways, let's round off. Do you want to continue?
No. Okay. I'm done. I'm done.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask a question.
Let's skip this.
That nullified the textbook scenario.
No, it doesn't make sense. For instance, for a guy, you're having sex with a woman without condom, and you're telling me here that, oh my God, it's quite disgusting. Anyways, keep tabs with us. Probably by next week we'll be continuing this conversation, but that's really probable. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it depends on how it goes. But if you like us, obviously, please keep us in check. And as we keep you in check as well, follow us on the social media platforms.
Yep.
Again, it's on Instagram and TikTok, the Black Dot Podcast.
Yes.
YouTube, home fucking base.
Yeah.
Follow us there. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Yeah. On X, you can find us on Blacked Out PC. That's BLACKD out. And on Facebook, on Blacked Out, BLACKD out.
Right.
I hope you've had fun. It's been a very engaging conversation. I'm sweating. I've loved it. This is debate. I love it when we have such conversations. Very serious conversations.
You have really pulled my follicles quite a lot, to be honest.
I need that, bro. Trigger.
Anyway, it's quite heated
every day.
We come to you again next time. Until then, cheers.
Until then, adios, and we out.